Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Matt. This is my 2015 Roush Stage 1 EcoBoost Mustang. If you're familiar with the channel, then you know I recently put in a big turbo from Turbonetics plus a few other modifications. Well, we're back with some more modifications and some updates on some track days. So let's get right into it. First thing I have here is the Ford Performance GT350 strut tower brace. In a previous video I showed you guys that Ford sent this over to me as well as some other things, and I finally got it over to paint. The guys over at Heinz Park Ford Collision took care of it for me. Basically just taped off the emblem and painted it Oxford white, and I think it looks great. I like this option better than the Steeda one because it's a lighter weight bar first off, but it only has 2 points of contact, mounting on each side versus 4 with the Steeda bar. I don't know if that affects rigidity, if these bars really are helping any, but this one's lighter weight, so if I have a mod that is just for looks, at least it doesn't weigh a lot, and I'm cool with that. But anyways, taking it off is obviously a lot easier now. So anytime I gotta get, to change spark plug, something like that, whatever I gotta do, getting the engine cover off is gonna be that much easier because now it's only 4 total nuts I gotta take off instead of the 8 that what I've had to do before. Yeah, so much better. All right, next thing I want to talk about, guys, is tires. Last year I ran the Nitto NT05s and I got 7 track days and about 4,000 miles out of them, and they did really well, but I waited probably a little too long to flip them, and I did it after 6 track days. It was really late, kind of late in the season before I went to Mid-Ohio, and I needed to do that to get the track day out of them that I did, but after that they were done. They're directional tires, so I couldn't do an X-Rotate on them, and it was what it was. I just didn't get as much life out of them as I'd like. But they're a 200 tread wear, and that's kind of what you should expect. 7 track days is probably right about the maximum, especially when some of those track days are a lot of track time, where you're actually getting 2-3 hours worth of track time. That's a big difference versus when you get an hour of track time at each track day. So you get more heat cycles in it and things like that. Those tires, they were pretty good. I was going to use them again. I had them ready to go in the shopping cart. I was going to check out, just kind of waiting for the temperatures to get right. But at the last minute, after I decided to put in the big turbo, I realized, hey, I'm going to go with more power. I should probably put some better tires on, a little bit more meat on the ground. And I stepped up from a 275 to a 285, but I went with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. These are the top-notch tires in the category. They are a 300 tread wear instead of the 200, so I should get a little bit better life out of them hopefully, but they're non-directional, so I can X-rotate the heck out of them after every track day and really extend the life out of them, and that's going to be key, and I expect that I could probably get 8-9 track days out of them, no problem. These also will handle a lot better in the rain. The Nitto NT05s will handle fine in the wet, but if you had kind of any standing rain, water, heavy downpour, you could be looking for some hydroplane action. And that's not something you want to do in a car like this. Just, yeah, not cool. I don't drive in a lot of weather like that, but last year there was one event I wanted to go to out of state, but to get there the day before it started, I would have had to drive through some thunderstorms. The couple days on track would have been beautiful days, but I would have had to drive through thunderstorms to get there. And with those tires, it's not something I was going to do. With this car, with these tires, maybe I would. I also worry about hail, but if it's just rain, I guess no big deal. I know these would handle that water just fine. Alright, now we're also working on the tuning here with a new turbo, working again with Ryan from PD Tuning, and I'm now on the 2nd revision. So what that means is he's sent me a file, I do some tests, I send him some logs, he sends me back another file. So we've done that twice now. I'm waiting for the 3rd revision to come back, and I'm hoping to get that this week because we have track days coming up, and I want to make sure the car is running in its optimal performance condition, where it's not going to blow up, but it's giving me more power, and it's giving me the power in the right spots where I want it. I need it in 3rd and 4th gears, basically throughout the entire 3,000 RPM to 6,200. I want as much horsepower as I can get out of that, and I want the torque to kind of ramp its way up a little bit, but that's tough because you do that to kind of help the engine, so you're not putting all the torque right away at the lower RPM. But I also kind of want that because coming out of corners, I kind of want to get on it, and I want to make sure that power is there for me too. So I got to find that balance, and it's just going to be me working with Ryan and let him know how everything feels on track and where I think some adjustments should be made. But I expect to have a pretty good tune going out there this weekend. All right, today we had the car over at the alignment rack, try to change things up a little bit, and I'm now running a negative 1.7, negative 1.2 in the back. We'll see where we're at. That's the GT350 specs, track specs, and we'll see how she handles. So you need the caster camber plates to achieve that with this wide of a tire up front, but we have some clearance. We're good to go. Shouldn't have any issues. So I'm excited to see how it feels. I've been on the road a little bit already, just kind of breaking the tires in and, you know, seeing how everything feels, and so far so good, but got to really get it on track to really understand, you know, what's different and how it's made the car feel different. Now I'm hoping I go out there and everything feels the same, except I have just better grip and more power. That's it. I mean, if I have better grip and more power and nothing feels just out of whack or off balance, or I'm just not right, I'm going to be a happy dude. So those will be some enjoyable videos to watch, no doubt. So I have a couple track days coming up this weekend. I'm going to be at Waterford Hills Road Racing Course. I went there a couple times last year. It's a fun little course, mile and a half. My best time there is a 1:22.9, and I'm expecting to be like a 1:21 this time around. I'm expecting to, you know, shave at least a second off, but we'll see where we're at. Yeah, it's different though, because this isn't an open track day. This is bracket racing. Now, if you guys are familiar with bracket racing on the quarter-mile drag strip or whatever, then you know that, you know, it's about your time and getting close to your time, not necessarily who's got the faster vehicle, right? So I'm going to go out there. I could be competing with guys with race cars, guys with just, you know, regular street cars like mine. It's all about setting a base time and then trying to be as OCD as you can about getting right at that base, that time, over and over and over again. Because at the end of the day, whoever is closest to their time after their laps, they win. And I'm going to do 2 days, so I could be champion 2 days in a row. I could be loser 2 days in a row. It's hard to say, but I'm going to bring you guys along for that. Of course, we'll be doing videos with in-car camera with all the, you know, cool, you know, overlays and stuff at the track, and, you know, you'll get to see where we're at and see how much more power the EcoBoost Mustang is making over last year. And I'm hoping, like I said, to shave at least a second off my lap. I think the tires and the power easily are going to do that. I would not be surprised if things are really running good. There's supposed to be like a 65-degree day. I don't know what the humidity and stuff's going to be like, but it may be a little cool in the morning. But if the tires warm up and everything's good, it's possible I might break into the 119s, which would be unreal for a car like this on that track. So yeah, we'll see. I want to bring you guys along for the journey, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button, share it, show it to all your friends, make sure they come along, see all the cool stuff that's going on. And of course, guys, comment if you have any questions about something, need some advice about something. You know, if I have time, I try to get to your messages right away and answer the best I can. Yeah, until next video, guys, have a great day, and thank you for watching.